welcome to a special Greek-themed edition of Second Edition. My name's Claire Theobald.
And I'm Avery Lewis McDougall.
And we'll be your hosts today for this Greek episode. Avery, what have we got?
Well, I'll be going to Ernest today to make a fantastic Greek dish. That should be fun.
That sounds delicious. And we'll check out Stevie and Waby's movie review of My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Well, that should be an awesome review. It's a great movie.
What could be more Greek?
Exactly. Also, we will have news and sports coming at you. And I believe in news, we're doing a story on you, Claire.
I am pretty awesome.
All this and more coming at you right now on Second Edition. Ooh, to the Olympics!
Onward! Good afternoon. It's Nate's golden anniversary.
Nate is 50 years old and has created a lot of history in that time period. Students have created lots of memories while attending Nate. They have memories from training from their career to making longtime friends.
We had a bowling alley here, for example, in the basement with 4 lanes for bowling, and students would pay 25 cents a game. There would be Frosh Week every year to welcome incoming students.
For the 50th anniversary, Tech Life is sharing and looking for stories of people who have been involved with Nate through the history of it.
Nate's Muslim Students Association is hosting Islam Awareness Week at Nate for the first time. The students of Nate are able to find out more information about the Muslim Students Association. You can talk to them in person at the South Lobby and get some free pamphlets.
No, this is the first event that we did. This is the first time that this event has happened here at NAIT. And hopefully our main goal is to have something going throughout the whole semester.
The group will most likely host future events, or you have the option to get more info at room J207 at NAIT, where they are located for anyone interested in this subject.
The Wilderness Youth Challenge Program has set up camp at Randall Park in support of 4 EPS officers. WYCP fundraiser, Call of the Wild, supports EPS officers doing the same exercise as the at-risk youth do from March 2nd to the 4th at Elk Island Park. The money raised will be for the camps for the at-risk youth.
We're here to support soloists that are out at Elk Island Park. We have 4 EPS officers that are simulating the same 4-day solo that our youth take when they're on the Wilderness Challenge.
To support EPS officers, you can pledge 1 or more of them on the EPS's website.
Safe travels from White have become easier for students with U-Passes thanks to the night bus. Since January, weekend buses run from 1:30 to 3:30 a.m. on White westbound. It's a pilot project City Council has put in place in hopes of decreasing congestion on the street after hours.
The U-Pass, it's convenient for the students just to hop on a bus and get home rather than having to take a cab.
However, there are mixed reviews.
If you can afford to go to the bar and buy drinks and do that, you can afford to get buy a cab.
To pay for it or anything, it's not like an added fee, so I guess it is just another perk of the U-Pass.
City Council will evaluate the new system in April. The bus services will be available until then.
NAIT's culinary students are home with medals from their competition in the Middle East. 7 students participated in the international cooking competition against professional chefs. They came back with 3 silver and 4 bronze.
See what they have done and what they achieved in such a short time is very remarkable, and I'm very proud of the students.
It's a great experience, and it's awesome to get your foot in the door. Having a couple bronze medals always helps.
Medal streak continues yet another year, keeping the bar raised for the next competition.
Dining out can be pricey, but some of Edmonton's finest restaurants are offering your wallet a break.
Slow roasted Alberta lamb over a minted pea risotto.
The Downtown Business Association is putting on the 9th annual Downtown Dining event. It brings 27 local restaurants together, offering meals at the same lower prices. Niche is one of those restaurants located on Jasper Avenue.
If we were to sit down and have a 3 or a 4-course dinner, you know, you're going to be charged $40. Where this, you get to try a little bit of everything at like a discounted price. So it's great for students.
I come actually like every Sunday and eat here, so.
And eat here?
Not necessarily this one, but like in general.
March 11th will mark the end of downtown dining until next year. Adam Brills joins us now in studio for sports. I hear that both NAIT hockey teams had quite the weekend.
Yes, they did, Annika. It was very exciting as they were in the semifinals. And men's basketball, they had a big finale. We'll have that and more coming up in sports. Nate's hockey teams had a big weekend trying to make their way to the finals, and the men's team had it tough against Mount Royal on Saturday. The Ukes headed into Saturday's affair down 1-0 in their best-of-5 series. Graham Harrington was in charge of the net after the team's 5-2 loss the night before. In the first, Jordan Harrison slammed an oop into the boards and got a penalty. And that would cost Mount Royal as Andy Willigar took a shot from the slot and scored to give the Ukes a 1-0 lead midway through the first period. The hard hits continued through the first period as Steel Boomer got crunched on the boards. But the ref said, play on. Harrington then made a huge save in the final seconds of the first, keeping the 1-0 lead. But Nate couldn't hold off the second best scoring team in the ACAC as Brad Goss took a shot and scored a great goal, tying things up at 1 apiece in the second period. Cougars looked for more, but Harrington made an amazing toe save to take a tie in the third period. And in that third period, the Ukes struck first as Michael Westphal took a slap shot from the point and put it in the back of the net, restoring Nate's 1-goal lead. But late in the third, Jordan Harrison scored on a beautiful wrist shot, tying the game up and forcing what turned out to be double overtime. And in the second overtime, Tyler Jewett sped past the Ukes defender on a breakaway, but hit the crossbar on a great chance. Mount Royal kept pressing, and in a scramble in front of the net, Brendan Turnbull buried the game-winning goal to give Mount Royal a 3-2 win and a 2-0 series lead. Nate's head coach Serge Lajoie spoke about the team's performance in the loss.
I can't ask for anything more. I think we deserved a better fate, and we showed Mount Royal that, you know what, they better not take us lightly. And it's a best of 5. They've only won 2. Last time I checked, they've got to win 3. So the guys are very optimistic.
The men's team will be looking to get back in the series Saturday as they play in Mount Royal. The women played in their semi-final match against Grant MacEwan as Jill Diachuk got the start for the Ukes. In the first, Sherry Bowles got in front of the net and finally scored the first goal of the game as the Ukes took an early 1-0 lead. Diachuk kept the 1-0 lead intact in the first as she made a tough save off of a point shot. In the second period, the Ukes couldn't maintain their lead as Nicole Lowen made 2 great moves around Nate defenders before putting it home a beauty to tie it all up at 1. With the score at 2-2 in the third period, Lowen unleashed a wrist shot that caught Diachuk by surprise, scoring what ended up as a game-winning goal. The win by the Griffins gave them a 2-1 series lead. Nate coach Deanna Iwanika talked about her team's performance.
Overall, I say I'm pretty happy with the team's performance. I think they played hard. I don't think they played the whole game hard, but we definitely have moments where you can see that it's there.
The Ukes ended up losing that series 3-1. Nate's men's basketball team had a very important weekend at Mount Royal University as they attempted to win their 3rd straight ACAC championship. Unfortunately, they fell short in their semifinal match to the host Cougars as they lost 88-74. Kyrie Coleman led the offense with 20 points in the loss for the Ukes, while Steve Trinidad sank 31 points for MRU. But the Ukes rebounded in their bronze medal matchup as they were able to beat Grant MacEwan 97-67, claiming 3rd place. Gamachu Ibramaled was the offensive star for Nate with 23 points in the victory. Forward Kyrie Coleman, who had 15 rebounds in the Ukes bronze medal game, feels confident about the team's potential next year.
Next year, I think with all the guys coming back and a couple of guys coaches bringing in, I feel like this team is going to go to nationals, you know, and compete for a national championship.
But for now, the basketballs will be put in storage for the end of the season. Up next, we have our featured reporter, Heather Grant, who will be taking you through a day in the life of a radio and television arts student. And coincidentally, she caught up with one of our hosts.
Greek mythology has so many gods, but of all of them, Zeus has to be my favorite.
Really? Why is that?
He was the god that ruled all the other gods. That would be so cool.
That is cool. But do you know what he had to go through to get there?
What do you mean?
Have a look at this. Did you know? Zeus was one of 6 children and the son of Cronus and Freya. Cronus had been warned that one of his children would overthrow him, So he decided the only solution was to eat them all. He swallowed them whole, one by one. Rhea was distraught at the thought of Cronus eating all of their children, so she took a rock and wrapped it in Zeus's baby blanket. Cronus ate the rock whole, and Zeus was hidden away in a cave where he grew stronger by the day. Zeus then returned and forced his father to cough up his siblings. With the help of his brothers and sisters, Zeus was able to overthrow his father and live out the rest of his thunderbolt-throwing days as king of the gods. A lot of people wonder exactly what it is we do here in Television at Nate. Well, I'm here to show you.
Just like any course, radio and television students begin in the classroom. But our classes are small, and each person brings their own special quality with them.
And it makes for a really fun crowd to be part of because everyone is so excited and you can't be bored here. You don't have time to be bored.
This program requires dedication because long hours filled with class, homework, and extracurriculars make it tricky to balance it all. But television homework is different from other programs.
As a radio and television student, it's important to stay up to date on current events. For Claire, though, that's not an issue since she's also the editor-in-chief of the Nate Nugget, the school's paper.
But I also run the Nate Nugget, and so I'll come in early and I'll have to edit stories and I'll have to get that in line, and then I'll have interviews I need to set up, and I'll have to call for press passes and press release, and then I go to class.
Normal classes for RTA students run Monday to Friday, but Claire also commits to Nugget meetings 2 days a week. They pitch story ideas on Mondays and assign stories on Wednesdays. She's in charge of how the Nugget all comes together.
And she just seemed to have this persistence about her that meant that she could probably lead us. She may be a little blunt at times, but I think you do need that in this kind of an area. So I mean, no complaints.
As both a student and editor-in-chief, Claire has many challenges thrown at her at the last minute, but she always manages to handle it with a positive attitude.
Here you have to be here because you care, and that's what the successful people in this program do. They care.
Claire's passion for the program and drive in the industry set her apart from other students. Heather Grant, 2nd edition.
When we come back, Avery's going to earn us to teach us how to make a meal fit for the gods.
And if you think Italian weddings are crazy, stay tuned for our movie review, where we get you into the Greek wedding spirit.
We'll be right back. Music. Yours? Mine. Ours.
NR92.com, the station for the students.
My NR92 is sexy.
I'm sexy and I know it. My NR92's country. The chef got stuck.
My NR92 is urban.
Lose yourself in the music.
NR92.com,
the station for the students.
Are you looking for the best music when you need it?
Then NR92 is the station for you.
We play the music all day, all night, just the way you like it. NR92.com, the station for the students.
The mountains pop, walk on water.
You change your mind. Music ADD. I want this song.
Waiting on the world to change.
Get distracted with us.
On NR92.com, the station for the students.
Tired of boring?
NR92 can help.
Just a kiss on your lips in the moonlight.
As impulsive as you are, NR92.com, the station for the students.
Newer than a college freshman.
More variety than a garden salad.
It's NR92.
The station for the students. You're in the dark. Wake up.
Listen to NR92 and stay connected with your campus. Give a hoot. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Songs for you, played by people like you. I love you like a love song. The only difference between us and you is we have a microphone. NR92.com, the station for the students.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm Avery Lewis McDougall, and I'm joined by Nate Chef T.J. Atkinson. And we'll be cooking a Greek dish that you could have for an appetizer. So TJ, we'll be making today.
Today we're going to do tzatziki, and we're going to do the traditional recipe, and we'll also talk a bit about some variations that you can do as well.
Nice.
So first off, I'm going to get you to help me mix everything today, okay?
All right, sounds good.
So you start with your yogurt, and if you can just empty this into the bowl. This is a Greek style yogurt, so very, very thick, which you can get pretty much at any grocery store as well.
Nice. If you don't have Greek yogurt, what else can you use as a replacement for it?
You could use a bit of yogurt mixed with sour cream. A lot of people do that, and then the yogurt will thicken it up. So next we're going to add some nicely minced garlic here. And also we have a cucumber, and what we've done is first we peeled the cucumber, and then we took out all the seeds, which have a lot of moisture in them, and then we just took a regular grater and we grated up all of our cucumbers. We're going to add this into there, and we'll get you to mix that in as well.
Nice, that looks so, that's already looking good. It's already looking great.
Really fresh from that cucumber. We're adding a little bit of lemon juice as well, and it's just going to add some citrus and just a bit of
add some kick to it.
Some body. Next, do you know what this herb here is?
It is dill, I believe.
Correct, dill. So very traditional in there. Some people use mint or parsley as well.
Nice.
So you just mix that in. And maybe we get you to crack some pepper in there as well.
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Give it a few turns there.
Go.
And then just mix it in.
Nice. So I imagine, so this is very easy to make with your friends at home. Easy at home.
Anytime, yeah. Great appetizer, very flavorful, and anybody can do it too.
Nice. Well, for Avery Luce McDougall, this has been Chef TJ Atkinson, and this has been Cooking with Ernest. The W.G. Hardy Classics Museum, a great place to learn about Greek history.
And what would this place be without all the Greek gods and goddesses? Besides, this is a great place for a goddess like me to do some window shopping.
Isn't that the truth? As we learn about Zeus, Aphrodite, and other Greek facts, Rianne has a great website coming up on WebJams about Greek facts.
Did you say gems?
All your questions about Greek mythology are easily answered on one convenient website.
www.theoi.com has everything from Greek gods and goddesses to mythical creatures. The website focuses on Greek mythology throughout literature and art. It even has family trees of all the Greek gods. The website has easy-to-read graphs that lay out how each of the gods are linked to one another. Bios are given for Greek myths that include Olympian gods and titans. If you want something more visual, you can check out the galleries that display pictures of ancient vases, sculptures, and mosaics. In case you don't know quite who or what a story on the site is talking about, they give you an encyclopedia that describes all you'll need to know. And if you want more detail on the subjects, there's a tab for text that link to books you can buy on specific subjects.
Hey guys, so did you learn anything?
After checking out the website, I have no doubt that me and Zeus are related. Somehow.
Avery, will you marry me?
Yes, Claire, but only if we can have a big, fat Greek wedding.
Fine, then it's off. But lucky for us, Stevie and Wayme have a movie review of a wedding that worked.
Here's your food, Stevie.
Thanks, Wayme.
You're welcome.
The chicken is a little dry, though.
I can fix that.
What is going on? Glass cleaner?
It fixes everything. I just learned it at my big fat Greek wedding.
Yeah, right. I gotta see this.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding is a romantic comedy that was released in 2002. The film grossed $241 million in North America and was even nominated at the Academy Awards for Best Original Screenplay. Written and starring the then unknown Canadian actor Nia Vardalos, the film is centered on Nia's character Tula Portokalos, a middle-class Greek American who at 30 is still unmarried despite pressure from her overbearing Orthodox family.
Why you want to leave me?
I'm not leaving.
Trouble learns Tula's name once she falls in love with Ian Miller, a handsome, non-Greek schoolteacher. The film follows Tula's journey of self-discovery where she finds that love truly can be a family affair.
The plot was driven by the zany and lovable characters who kept us laughing right until the end. The movie features several cameos, including Canadian comedian Andrea Martin and NSYNC's very own Joey Fatone.
We rate this movie
5 Greek mustaches out of 5. Hey Stevie, give me some flavor.
Bam!
Avery, there is no better way to finish off a long week of Greek dancing and Greek cooking with Ernest than by sitting down to a good old-fashioned Greek meal.
Isn't that the truth? And I learned a lot about Greek mythology and had a few laughs watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
But Avery, what's with the wings?
It's Halloween themed next week on Second Edition.
Avery, it's March. It's St. Patrick's Day. Quick, put this on before you look stupid.
For Second Edition, I'm Avery Lewis McDougall.
And I'm Claire Theobald. And until next week, Opa!